and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Highlight. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors against the Cyclones. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition, Monday Night Highlight here in the Magic City. We're going to get started with a top-ranked singles matchup here. Douglas for the Warriors, Manu for the Cyclones. What a way to get the day started, Stu.
Absolutely, we're ready to begin with Douglas serving for the Warriors. There's the serve, we begin. Robote not coming out. First point goes to Manu of the Cyclones. He serves. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
What a perfect throw for Manu to get it started. Didn't even give Douglas a chance to return it. Right into the Chula. Ball kind of died there when it hit the spot where the back wall and the floor meet.
Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand. Douglas on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Robote forehand passes. Douglas looks for the Robote at the 9 line. Too high. 2 points for Manu. He serves.
Trying to keep Manu deep and get that Robote high off the front wall, resulting in a big bounce to push Manu deep into the backcourt, but a little bit higher than Douglas wanted, getting away from him and touching a piece in that overhead screen, which is out of play.
Backhand by Douglas passing. Low off the Robote, forehand Robote play by Manu. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Robote up to the 7 line. Forehand Robote by Manu. Douglas cuts it off the 8 line. Robote left side to the inside. Douglas is there. Takes it on the bounce. Fakes the 2-all. Puts it inside. Manu stops it at the 9. Robote forehand by Douglas. Caught by Manu. Robote forehand passes. Here's Douglas on the catch. Fakes the 2-all, drops it inside to score. Douglas is on the board with a point for the Warriors, and he has the serve.
A couple looks there from the Costado. Shoulder level throw from the left side of his body. That's what Douglas is doing right there. You see Manu, there's a couple options. Douglas can throw a 2-all, a drop shot, keep it inside, throw a splitter. So you have to commit, get a head start, especially at this level. He guessed incorrectly.
There's a backhand by Manu. Douglas takes it in the air at the 11 line. Backhand, wall to wall from the left side. Robote forehand. Manu keeps it in play. Douglas attacks from the 7 line. Drop shot. Manu reads it.
Lost his footing.
He has it at the 4 line. Karam opens wide. That is out of play. 2 points for Douglas. We're all tied up. 2-2. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And that's a throw you expect Manu to finish off right there, that close to the front wall. He chooses the carom, which is a riskier play because you get some wonky bounces there off the side wall, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, if that opened the way he wanted to,
right,
that thing was cutting out at the 2 line.
Right, and he's so precise that any extra kick there towards the outside going to push it off the court.
Here's the backhand. Robote forehand by Douglas. He keeps it inside. Manu takes it on the bounce.
Caught the corner.
2-all by Douglas, opens and scores. That's well thrown. 3 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He has the serve.
Yeah, and a really nice run here for Douglas to retake the lead. That could be frustrating. Guys, first throw of the match, he throws a Chula, which you can't really account for. You can't play any defense, and then the next shot went up in the overhead screen. A couple more shots coming in from Douglas. You see the space that time. When he's winding up the Costado from the outside, it's next to impossible to defend. He can throw the 2-all, really opens up nicely, and he could just blast it to the inside.
Here's the backhand by Manu. That goes off the tip of Douglas's cesta at number 11. 3-3. Manu serves for the Cyclones.
Just mustn't have gotten a good read on that one. You don't see Douglas scrambling all too often, but he realized pretty late that he was going to have to make that catch in the air. There was no chance on the rebote. Just tipped it.
Beautiful catch by Douglas. He pulled that from the side wall. Hard backhand. Manu, forehand rebote. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand by Douglas. It passes. Low and inside. Douglas is there. Backhand from the 7 line. Drops low to the back wall. Manu makes the save on the rebote. Douglas sets. 2-all with a light touch will score. 4 points for Douglas and the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Yeah, look at where Douglas is catching that ball. I mean, he's closer to the outside of the court than the inside. And when you're getting costados there, it is not easy for your opponent. Douglas has chosen the 2-all both times. Worked out well for him. Now a 4-3 lead here in this opening set.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Chu La scores. That's 2 in 1 set. My, oh, my. 4-4 is the score. Manu serves.
Second time in this set. Pretty rare if we see one in a game day, but twice in 1 set. I mean, I think that shows you how precise he is on that left side.
He can at least aim for it. Whether or not he gets it is something else. There's a backhand by Douglas. Rebote left side for the big bounce. Douglas will bring it in at the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall, will fall short. That is 5 points for Douglas, possible set point.
And just hooked that return on the rebote. A little deep in the basket, sending it lower than he wanted. Brought Douglas a 5-4 advantage.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Right up the middle. To the inside it goes. Douglas makes a tremendous catch at the 11 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand save by Manu. Douglas is there. Backhand. Manu, beautiful catch at the 11 line. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Rebote left side. 2-all does not open up. It's stopped by Douglas on the forehand. Karam by Douglas. Stopped by Manu. Manu blasts it, and Douglas makes a phenomenal catch from his knees. The return, however, is out of play. Fantastic effort by Douglas. We are at 5-5, the maximum number of points allowable in a first set. In any set, actually. Manu serves for the set.
I mean, take a look at this catch. On his knees. What a scoop. And then look at that. Kind of hooked it a little more to the outside. Wasn't going to land in. Manu watching, just landing outside the boundary line. 5-5. Decisive 11th point here to begin the game day. See who can take it. Manu serves.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Here's the rebote. Rebote forehand. Douglas makes the catch. Excellent catch by Manu. Hard backhand. Douglas going for the 2-all. Hits low. That is point in a hard-fought set for Manu, winning 6-5 in the first set. 1:30 goes on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Yeah, Manu, 5 matches in singles this year, 3-2 overall. He's coming out strong and continuing on here against Douglas.
Few mistakes there for Manu. Douglas just not able to capitalize on them the way that he would have liked to have. There we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. You see Two of the best backquarters in the world of Jai-Alai anywhere. Manu, Emmanuel Leduc there on the left side of your screen. And, of course, Imanol Lopez, who will be seeing in singles for the first time here. Saw practice a little earlier. Looks like a pretty good singles player. Here's some replays from that first set. 2-all stopped by Douglas.
Yeah, look at that. Costado from the outside.
Just beautifully executed by Douglas. Douglas has been working on this in practices. That one scored beautifully. Manu's accuracy on that backhand throw is just so... You know, they're looking to do that. A number of players are looking to do that, but the ability to do that. You find it close. You find another one close.
I mean, this was a critical throw here. This is a 5-4 in Douglas's favor. Manu stops it on the outside. Look at this catch. But you see here the swing. He really has nowhere to go. He kind of has to rotate around his body.
I don't believe that he was trying to throw that to the outside. I really don't think. That would be overachieving at even an overachiever's level. But I think he was just trying to get it back to the front wall, and he wasn't able to. That's why I always recommend players stay on their feet.
I mean, but you look at the, point for point for Manu there. I mean, Douglas, two chulas, one rebote sent up in the overhead screen, ball thrown out of play, and then that last throw at 5-5 into the pad. So he gave away well over half of those points in the opening set. Expect Douglas to come back here and force a third one. But Manu's been strong in singles, looking for his 4th win. He's eager to close this one out in straight sets. Douglas has the serve. See if he can get anything going here in set number 2.
Douglas serves. The second set begins. Here's the catch by Manu. Backhand to the inside. Rebote left side to the inside. Here's Manu. Manu from the 9 line. Low from the back wall. Forehand rebote by Douglas. Caught by Manu. Manu goes to the inside. Douglas passes on the scoop. Turns the rebote. Big bounce. Stopped by Manu. Chick-Chack scores. My, oh my. Manu killing them at the back wall. First point of the second set goes to Manu.
And there's no quicker way to frustrate your opponent.
Two chulas and a chick-chack in 2 sets. We've never seen that before.
We expect to see it from somebody.
Was Manu back here like, was he back here with,
well, we've had a couple people kick this back wall, and maybe that's playing into it. I don't know. We've seen a bunch today. Backhand
by Douglas, caught by Manu. Big right side by Manu, rebote coming out. One-handed rebote save, good effort by Manu. That will fall short. We're tied up at 1 point apiece. Douglas will serve for the Warriors. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set, and the first team or player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And it's not often you see Manu having to really lunge to the outside and reach. His positioning is so perfect. That really opened up unnaturally off the back wall. Just a desperation save at the end and go his way.
Manu, powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand to the inside. Rebote forehand by Douglas. That was a tricky play at the side wall. Good effort by Douglas. That ball crossed and scored. Manu has 2 points and the serve.
Well, if you're forced to rebote and you're not going to get enough power to pass your opponent, that's a great strategy. Throw it high off the front wall, force that big bouncing play. You saw Douglas was aggressively moving up, and if you don't get there in the air, it makes that scoop exponentially more difficult. That ball kicked up high on the left side and just couldn't control it.
Here's the backhand by Douglas to the inside. Rebote, forehand. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand saved by Manu. Douglas has it on the forehand midcourt. Looks to pass. He does. Big bounce. Douglas goes up, stops it at the 8 line. Low and inside. That's excellent. It scores. 2 points for Douglas and the Warriors. He serves.
Placement of the ball here by Douglas. Runs around it. Nice forehand. Low and hard. That's crossing right at the feet. On the rotate out there at the back end.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Right to the corner. Out to the rebote. Douglas is there. Catch by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand. That's on the wall the whole way. Douglas pulls it off at the 9 line. That one's on the wall the whole way. Rebote, left side, the filo. That is an amazing shot executed by Manu to score. Spot on perfect. 3 points for Manu. He serves.
I mean, look at this. He has no space to throw this either. I mean,
That's
the only way he can go is outside, and he lands it just inside the boundary line.
There's nothing you could do. Yeah, Douglas is
that.
frustrated, but there's nothing he could do for that. The ball didn't know. The Cesta didn't know. Manu didn't know. He had an idea, but that was perfect.
That perfect? That's incredible. What a shot. Retakes the lead, 3-2.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Low to the back wall. Rebote saved by Manu. Scoop attempt tipped. We're tied up 3-3. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors.
Good on Douglas getting that point back quickly to tie things up. Doesn't have to go with the 2-all that could land out of play. Just powered it inside, forcing that miss.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Douglas. This is a floater. Stopped on the forehand of Manu. Robote forehand save, hooked into the pad, and the pad is bad. That's 4 points for Manu. He serves.
And so precise on those shots. I mean, that thing was on a direct line towards the sidewall as Douglas tried to play that Robote, which is, I think, why he probably hooked it. Trying to make a difficult save, just got a lot of wrist, and the ball went straight down.
Here's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown wall to wall from the left side. Manu on the Robote. Douglas on the Robote. Keeps it inside. Manu cuts it off. Backhand. Thrown quickly, low, and hard. Manu on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Robote forehand to pass with control by Douglas. At the sidewall, great play by Douglas. Good effort by Manu. Douglas gets the point. 4-4 is the score. Douglas has the serve.
Tied up again here late. Now in the second set. Douglas needs to go on a run here to force a third one.
Robote to the inside. Here's the backhand by Manu to the inside. Two all. Lands in and scores. Beautifully executed by Manu. That takes it 2. 5 points, possible set, possible. Match point for Manu.
Again, just a gorgeous 2-all. Really put a lot of spin on that one. It opened up off the sidewall and the front wall. With Douglas's foot speed, no chance for him to get out to that one.
Here's the backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand to the inside. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote coming out to the 5 line. Great catch by Douglas. Douglas to the inside, quick, and
almost.
It scores. We are back at 5-5. Maximum number of points for 2 sets. Douglas serves. Possible set point for Douglas, possible match point for Manu.
We've seen Manu miss a couple on the bounce today, but Douglas making life difficult again, putting it close to the side wall. This is it. Douglas looking to force the third set. Manu looking to end it.
Good catch by Manu. Safe on the backhand. Robote forehand fired hard by Douglas. Robote left side by Manu to the inside. Douglas gets there with control, makes the backhand play. Outside placement of the forehand rebote will score.
It was called in. Douglas is looking. This could be a challenge, and I think Douglas, as the captain, is going to call for
Challenge
it.
has been called.
You know what? I don't mind this at all. Call was in, Stu. So, again, if replay confirms that the ball was in, the point will stick with the Cyclones. But if replay says that the ball touched the line, that point's going to go to Douglas, and we're moving on to a third set.
Absolutely.
So the call on the floor is very important, and there has to be indisputable video evidence that says that ball touched the line to overturn this call.
Indisputable. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, we had one that was like disputable because it was still a little
right.
question.
I
All
mean,
right, so
we're
we want
gonna
to see if
see
this
here.
touches any line whatsoever.
Oh, that's going to be well in.
No, that's in.
That's
That's
well
in by 2 inches.
That's going to go to Manu. I believe
Yeah, I believe
match should be over, but we will wait on the official call here. Look at that. That ball is so close. I mean, you talk about precision. I mean, Manu did it all match long,
That's
and I think, you see Douglas making his way off the court. I think he's seeing what we're seeing here. That is, I mean, what is that, Stu? 1.5 inches, 2 inches from the boundary line there? Just
Ruling
inside
his final
the line.
point and set. Point and match, rather, to Manu of the Cyclones, taking it in straight sets, 6-5, 6-5.
Wow, ending it in style with the outside placement of the forehand rebote. Manu gets the Cyclones on the board early with that opening point of the game day. Coming up next, Division 5 doubles, rather. Williams and Manny for the Warriors take on Ikeda and Bueno of the Cyclones. Just about 2 minutes.